Hi everyone, Elijah Hauk here, project lead for A Tale of Joe, Liz, and a Better World. Today, we'd like to offer you a taste of our story and world in our first gameplay demo. We pick up about a third of the way into our main quest. A Better World tells the tale of two former Institute researchers, Joe and Liz. Years after a dramatic falling out and subsequent escape from the Institute, Joe and Liz have worked tirelessly to resettle a group of desperate wastelanders to the peaceful hills of Abbot County. However, when the player enters Abbot County, they find that not all is right. Overnight, entire settlements suddenly went dark. Some blame a mysterious faction called the 14th, but others feel it is something new. To make matters worse, Joe and Liz themselves have gone missing. And that is where we begin today, in Abbot County, high in the mountains of the Neshoba Range. Prior to our current quest starting, we discovered a paper trail leading us to Miller's Hill, a small settlement overlooking the larger canal town of Bethel. It's to Miller's Hill we're heading, in hopes that we can find out what's causing the settlements of Abbot County to go quiet. So, let's head off. The world of Abbot County features a vast wilderness, peppered with the half-buried ruins of a lost civilization from before the war. Here we could dive down into the unknown, but that's for another time. There's something strange about this note. But was this written before or after the destruction? Let's keep looking. In A Better World, we want to reward exploration by allowing you to sometimes bypass quest sections or find alternate solutions. However, in this case, we don't have the required strength. A member of the 14th, a faction in Abbot County hostile to those they consider outsiders. another clue, and a key. In a better world, we try to use quest markers only where appropriate. In this case, we're told to look for a crypt, so that's where we'll go. It looks like the 14th had moved into these crypts. A tech-heavy faction with mysterious goals, the 14th are seen all over Abbot County, excavating and fiercely protecting the buried ruins they call home. But these aren't ruins. These are crypts for those that fell in a more recent disaster. So what are the 14th doing here?
Have to find the card. Nice. Perfect.
Easy, easy. I'm unarmed, and a little curious how you got in here. Can we talk? Glad to see cooler heads can prevail. Hope we didn't get off on the wrong foot, on account of my appearance. Name's Dolos. I'm a member of the 14th, and up until you rolled in here, a bit of a prisoner. So you've got my thanks for that. My people? Nah, you got it all wrong. The 14th are no one's people anymore. You've seen what they've become. Screaming, confused, raging against imagined horror. That's not life. Those aren't people. Not anymore. Joe and Liz did this. All of it. Why don't you ask them? They'd tell it better than I would. To the 14th? A long time ago. I'll be honest, things were on a downturn before Joe and Liz came here with these settlers. But they didn't help them. They just put a boot on the neck of every person trying to survive here. And buried them so deep, they hoped no one would ever find the bodies. Don't they? You'd be surprised what people are capable of when they're backed up against the wall. But if you don't believe me, ask them yourself. Ask them about the calamity. Watch for the look in their eyes. Disaster site, far from here. And like I said, ask them. I really think you should ask them yourselves. I'd be curious to hear how they rationalize it. Fine. The 14th didn't stand a chance against all the tech the settlers had at their disposal. There was no fighting, it was just a massacre. The ones left behind, they only degraded further and were chased to the fringes. Driven underground. It's a fucking tragedy. You don't know? Of course you don't. 14th are the original inhabitants of this place. They built the land from the ground up, stayed safe here, relatively speaking, until the outsiders came. Not something I figure the overlords who run the show now would have told you. Why would they want to stain your view of their little paradise? They're trying to find themselves. This place, it was something of their world, before everything was buried by the outsiders. They're digging it up because it's all they know. The 14th just want to reclaim this land for themselves. And they think maybe if they dig up enough of the past, they'll become whole again. Who am I to tell them otherwise? Just people trying to survive. Not all that different from you, I'd wager. Whatever you say. People disappear around here all the time for one reason or another. I don't venture too close to Bethel for obvious reasons. But no, I don't know anything about the disappearances, sorry. You say the wrong things to the wrong people, you're bound to face the consequences one day. I offended the powers that be, and they locked me up here. Joe and Liz, who else? Away from here, I figure you triggered an alarm when you dropped the barrier. It's only a matter of time until... Did you hear that? We don't want to get caught in whatever that is. Let's get out of here. Are you sure you know where you're going? We We can't go that way. Come on, I know a back door. We don't want to end up like them. Come on. The elevator will take us to the roof. Call it down, I'll keep a lookout. Jesus Christ. Try some percussive maintenance. Hit it. Hit it harder! Shit! We'll have to go. Go! Right there. That's what the end of the world looks like. Get a good look.